So many of you might know that I'm not the biggest fan of 150 RPM hand cannons. Recently, they have become my main, but this is because of one specific thing. Firstly, it was the Jack Queen King. The Jack Queen King, to me, I made a video talking about that. It felt to me like the most consistent 150 RPM hand cannon on controller, and that's because of a few reasons, mainly having to do with the recoil on the weapon. The recoil on the weapon felt low, it felt very consistent, and it didn't feel nearly as bouncy as other 150 RPM hand cannons did, which led me to absolutely loving the weapon. And I know many of you guys are probably thinking, wait, then why didn't you make a video, very early on at least, about the Jack Queen King since it got random rolls? And that's because I kind of moved towards another hand cannon at the time. Before making an absolute decision of what would be going forward my main hand cannon, I did try to farm for a Waking Vigil with Slideshot and Opening Shot just to see how Slideshot felt on a 150 RPM hand cannon, and well, clearly it felt very, very good. Slideshot has changed what I value in a hand cannon, and specifically how hand cannons feel to me on controller, most specifically, like I mentioned, the 150 RPMs. And so long as in this current sandbox 150 RPM hand cannons have Slideshot, I will be maining a 150 RPM hand cannon with Slideshot because I believe it's the most competitive option, especially for controller players. This doesn't mean that it has no benefit on MNK, it's still a very good perk on mouse and keyboard, but for controller, I feel this is an absolute necessity. I should also talk about, even though I could make it another video, that stability on hand cannons on controller is the better option in my opinion than range. The range boost is very minuscule ever since the range nerf, and it's not worth investing in, especially on controller where the recoil is a lot more potent and stability gives you so much more noticeable benefit for a similar level of investment. For me, a max stability, or like my rolls have, near max stability on Waking Vigil or Spare Rations, just wasn't enough for me. It's still great, it's still very good, but I still couldn't go without Slideshot. Slideshot in combination with that, and even without that, even on a range roll, is just incredibly impactful and nearly takes away all of the recoil on your first 1 or 2 shots after sliding. The most powerful thing to me about Slideshot is that after sliding, even landing at about 30 meters, you're able to land 3 headshots without any sort of recoil control. This means absolutely no input on your reticle, no movement, no compensation, nothing. Just a straight 3 headshots. That level of stability and pretty much taking away all recoil is insanely strong because it allows you to 3-tap players so consistently simply for sliding, a movement that you're most likely going to be doing anyways. You might be wondering, well, how does Zen Moment, or better yet, Rapid Hit compare to this? My Rapid Hit Spare Rations, which granted does have less stability than my Slideshot Spare Rations, but still didn't feel like it's gaining that much of a boost to stability after each landed headshot, and more importantly, at 30 meters, I cannot let go of my right stick and put 0 recoil compensation and 0 input whatsoever and still land a 3-tap. It's not enough of a boost to stability to do that, and I also find it a little awkward starting with a lot of recoil and then ending with not so much recoil. It's just an awkward feeling to me rather than sliding and knowing that I am activating a stability boost and knowing how exactly the weapon is going to feel. That's just my personal take though. Zen Moment had a similar case where it just wasn't as significant as Slideshot, and again, Slideshot is something that you get not even for landing a shot, just simply doing a movement that you were going to do anyways. However, I do think Rapid Hit and Zen Moment are 2 very good complementary perks and insane when combined with Slideshot, because Spare Rations can actually get Slideshot Rapid Hit, and for me, being a controller player, if I had a high stability roll with Slideshot and Rapid Hit, that to me sounds pretty insane. It means you're going to get a good neutral kind of recoil because of the stability, and that of course is going to stack with your Slideshot for your first 1 or 2 shots, and by the time your Slideshot is over, your Rapid Hit has kicked in to make up for that 3rd shot. It just sounds like it would be insanely consistent Unfortunately, I don't have that roll, but if you do, that's probably pretty insane. In fact, I think even just a range roll with that would probably still have some pretty crazy stability. For the alternative in the energy slot, you have Waking Vigil, Slideshot, and Zen Moment with a good amount of stability, but again, even without it, sounds pretty insane. That would make your recoil so insanely consistent, which means you're bound to get more 3-taps and land your shots more consistently on a regular basis. So if you've been struggling with hand cannon recoil, or perhaps just the feeling and inconsistency on some of the hand cannons even after that of the hand cannon changes, speccing into stability, but more importantly, rolling a hand cannon that can get Slideshot might make all the difference. Literally, again, since using Slideshot, I cannot go back. My spare rations with Slideshot and high stability is my go-to in the kinetic slot, and in the energy slot, it's my Waking Vigil with Slideshot and high stability. Let's not forget though that there's more to Slideshot than just stability. There's the range boost, which might not be anything insane, but it's still a range boost, which is great for consistency as well. So at 30 meters with Slideshot, I dealt 58 damage, and I believe without it, it dealt 56 damage. Which again, isn't a crazy bonus, but it's still a range bonus, and range is not limited to damage. Range is your accuracy, which I'm going to cover in a future video, talking about accuracy and range and all that kind of stuff, and aim assist. But for now, better range means better accuracy, which means more chances of your shot landing, especially as a critical hit. This is something that you want whenever you can get it. And of course, even though recoil might not be as insane on mouse and keyboard, having more consistent recoil and less recoil for free without having to invest in it is always nice. Again, for a movement that you're, again, doing anyways, you're going to be sliding anyways, might as well get a free boost to stability, and then on top of that, a boost to range. It's just so good no matter what you're playing on. It's insane. I think it's a necessity for any hand cannon that can potentially roll it. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Try it out. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, and then comment down below with what you think of it. Anyways, everyone, hope you enjoyed the discussion. If you do want to see more content like this, I stream frequently on Twitch, twitch.tv/Drewskis. I hope to see you there, but if not, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and take care.